Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We've got a brand new press release from Palantir and Westtrack. Now this came out yesterday after hours. This came out 2 days before earnings or 3 days before earnings. We've got earnings on Monday. And so this is a press release that we've just got with a new partnership. We haven't gotten a new partnership with Palantir in terms of official PRs in about, I would say, like a couple of weeks. We got a DoD press release the other day. We got some partnerships with Amazon about a month ago and Panasonic. This is the first time we're seeing a new partnership with a commercial enterprise and an international commercial enterprise in Australia in about a month. So a really interesting press release. We're going to go through it and discuss what is the point and the meaning of them signing a 5-year extension. Westtrack and Palantir renew Australian partnership for 5 years. Now, Westtrack is a subsidiary of Caterpillar. Caterpillar, for those that may know, stock ticker CAT, $59 billion revenue company headquartered in Texas. Basically, it's the world's leading manufacturer of construction and mining equipment, diesel, natural gas engines, industrial turbines. You've probably seen some devices around the world made by CAT. Their logo, very similar logo that you've seen. Westtrack is one of the Australian largest resellers of Caterpillar equipment. So Caterpillar, very big company, obviously a lot of subcontractors underneath them selling their products. And in Australia, Westtrack is the main company doing it. So Palantir and Westtrack, one of the world's largest Caterpillar dealers and leading providers of heavy mobile equipment and aftermarket services to the Australian mining and construction sectors, today announced a multi-year enterprise expansion of their partnership, which began first in 2021 to deploy Foundry across core operations. The expanded partnership will initially focus on deploying Foundry's Westtrack component rebuild centers to inventory management teams to drive greater overall efficiency and customer delivery for Westtrack. This is going to be affecting a lot of different things about Westtrack's business. One of the main ones that the press release talked about is supply chains and inventory management, which Foundry has been known to optimize amongst a variety of different commercial enterprises. Palantir's Foundry operating system is being used to help increase the throughput of Westtrack's component rebuild center at its headquarters in Perth, Western Australia, and its expanded company's Tamango facility in NSW. Foundry is used daily by workshop planners and supervisors to improve task scheduling decisions, managing upcoming part constraints, and increase labor efficiency through proactive alerting on task performance, schedule adherence, etc. Foundry will also be leveraged by Westtrack's inventory management teams to identify deficits in available inventory that may block a workshop progress, enabling the team to make more proactive ordering decisions. So core basic business intelligence tasks in terms of task scheduling, task performance, inventory updates, inventory deficits, all of these things that, are sort of central towards being able to run a factory, a business, a retail store, etc., is what Foundry is being able to do. The unique thing about this is that in 2021, Foundry partnered with Westtrack, and now the expansionship of that partnership is for 5 years because it seems like the partnership has gone really well, especially in the context of making data-driven decisions. Here's the CEO at Westtrack who says, "In the current technology-rich era, Westtrack has a strong focus on incorporating enhanced data-driven decisions across our business as we look to drive our own digital transformation and improve delivery of CAT products in Australia. Implementing Foundry has delivered a strong initial return on investment, and we anticipate the 5-year expansion of our partnership with Palantir will enhance ROI and enable more data-driven decisions. The Foundry platform has been the leading feature within Westtrack, with rapid uptake, high usability, and widespread acceptance by users across the business. As we expand the scope of Foundry, including to new applications like AI solutions, we expect uptake of Palantir's products to increase. Westtrack is committed to providing world-class products and services to our customers by ensuring operations are supported by the latest technology, which is why we are pleased to be expanding our partnership with Palantir." A couple things from that I think are really important to talk about. Number one, they're saying that Foundry has delivered a strong initial return on investment. So again, this idea of Palantir partnering with companies, even if it was 3 years ago, back in 2021, that is paying dividends in the future because that partnership, that consultation, whatever you want to call it, basically building a customized data solution for companies, is actually leading to those companies saying, hey, this is actually really good and we need to see what we can do more in the future. This is exactly what happened with the Novartis CEO who went on CNBC a couple weeks ago, basically saying 5 years ago, Palantir organized all of our data, gave us a structured ontology, and now AI in the context of drug discovery, because they're a pharmaceutical company, makes more sense because we have the context to fit within the LLMs that we will be using because Palantir structured our ontology. It is no different other than the industry that Westtrack is working in here. Because they've been able to enhance ROI and enable more data-driven decisions, now they're saying including new applications like AI solutions, which is probably AIP, is actually possible because they've already had a couple years of working within a highly technological environment that allows you to make custom decisions based on actually understanding proprietary data. This expansion represents a significant commitment to our partnership with WestTrack. Foundry now serves as the digital twin for WestTrack's core operations, including delivering tangible business benefits, says Ashwan Rajan, had a commercial for Australia at Palantir. The suite of software in Foundry help frontline component rebuild center and inventory teams improve overall efficiency and customer delivery. For example, in just the last 6 months, Foundry has identified a significant number of constrained parts blocking work order progress and suggested remediation strategies to ensure continued operations. WestTrack predicts these outcomes alongside improvements in inventory management will drive overall throughput by at least 5% over the next 5 years, with additional benefits expected in other areas such as reduced working capital requirements as improved time to invoice. This is really important because that is the overall goal when you're working with such a big factory and such a big warehouse with the context of something like Foundry, right? You're trying to figure out what can we do to improve overall efficiency and customer delivery in the key niche areas that you may not have access to because you don't have a common understanding of what your data is telling you in the first place. Again, core business intelligence, but being enhanced because of actually structuring your data via an ontology, and Foundry is able to get the job done for something like WestTrack. In addition to Foundry, WestTrack plans to explore AI solutions leveraging a suite of software, including Palantir's new AIP. That's what I thought. AIP can allow WestTrack to better connect sales to operations by enabling sales functions to ask questions of workshop operations to inform sales strategies and improve the accuracy of information provided to customers. This basically means if you're in sales at WestTrack and someone says, hey, can I get more information on this custom engine you're building, engine for what are some of Caterpillar's products? Let's talk about a tractor that Caterpillar's trying to sell. Then, if you're in sales, you can immediately ask a question to AIP, get all the information you need to help be able to improve the accuracy of that information to the customer. And as a result of giving that information to the customer, now the customer can make a better sales decision because your time to value, your ability to give them the information they needed almost instantaneously was created because of AIP, connecting sales operations to the data, to the actual operations of the warehouse in one common foundation, one single platform. This is exciting for something like Palantir. What this partnership reminds me of is the CNA partnership. The CNA partnership, basically Latin America's H&M. It was really interesting because it was a very simple deal. It was like clothing manufacturer, clothing retail stores that needs to have inventory updates and be able to use AI to figure out how they can make better decisions on what to sell and what not to sell. Very simple use case, not as complicated as working with oil and gas or healthcare, but you get the point about why it's so valuable. Same thing here. WestTrack is just a large reseller of Caterpillar products, and in Australia, they have to sell those products just like they have to sell them throughout the entire world. Caterpillar products, again, things like tractors, you've got a lot of farmland in Australia, those things are going to be sold. So to be able to sell them in a meaningful way and to be able to connect all your data in one place, and then on top of that, because your data is connected since 2021 in something like Foundry, now you can upsell on AIP. That makes a lot of sense to me as well. So what does this deal mean overall for Palantir? Number one, I think it shows that the product is sticky. I mean, in 2021, if you partner with a company, and I don't know how much money that was worth, but let's call it $5 million. $5 million for 2 years. And the ROI, the CEO is saying, is well worth an extension of another 5 years. That means for 2 years and $5 million, let's say for 5 years, you're doing 15 million or something like that. You've 3x'd the value of what you were able to charge. And again, these are random numbers. I'm just putting it out there, but it's probably something in the ballpark of that, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit higher. But you were able to get a 5-year extension. I mean, think about the stickiness of that type of a product. This is why Palantir's ability to consult with companies and build them custom solutions pays dividends in the future, because 2 years turned into 5 years. And that 2 year was just a pilot period to see if it would work. It worked. It improved ROI. The CEO of the company is publicly saying, yeah, this is the way we want to go technologically into the future for our specific operations. Here's a 5-year extension. And oh, by the way, on this 5-year extension, we are also probably going to be using your AIP platform to make it an even better service for us. What that tells me is that the product is sticky. When the product gets into a business, unless the product absolutely craps the bed, which what we've seen over the past couple of years is that the product is not crapping the bed. The product is literally making the bed, covering the bed, putting the pillows on the bed. The product is doing everything. Then you're likely going to get an extension. And as a result of that extension, you're going to be sticky. Now the question is, in the next 5 years, so what, 2028, is Western Track going to get rid of Palantir, or are they going to keep Palantir? Likely going to keep Palantir, especially if they're seeing more innovation, more rapid ROI, and more achievements in the context of accelerating their time to value to be able to make decisions. We have no idea what Palantir is going to come up with in the next 5 years. What we do know in the next 5 years is that AI and big data is not going anywhere. And if you're a company, as Karp has been saying, that doesn't have a business strategy, a digital transformation strategy for your business operations via AI, you're screwed, right? Your competitors will eat you up. And so not only is it beneficial for the company to be signing with Palantir for 5 years, but they want to make sure that in the next 5 years, with all the stuff that changes at the speed of light, they have a partner that is able to change with them, that is able to update with them, that is able to give them all the high innovation that they need to be able to remain competitive in the global markets. And that seems to be Palantir, because a 2-year extension to a 5-year extension is no joke. That means like for the next 5 years, we want your software to be the backbone of our entire operations, because for a pilot period, we realized how good it was, and now we want to keep it for the next 5 years. What I want to see this show in Q2 is the results from all these conversations Carp has been having with new clients and old clients. If the old clients are getting value from Foundry, they should be getting more value from AIP, and they should be extending their partnerships. And we need to see in the numbers in Q2 if that happens. The new people that want to try out something like AIP because they know that they need to have some type of AI enterprise platform in their organizations, they should be getting closed. Even if we're not accepting revenue from them yet, we should be getting them as customers and giving them these pilot periods to be able to close them by Q3, Q4. That is what I want to see going into Q2. And I think the partnership we see today, likely a Q3 partnership or something that will be counted for Q3, or maybe it was done a couple months ago, but the press release was released today. There should be many, many more companies like WestTrack that we have gotten in 2021 that we're bringing on to AIP, we're getting 5-year extensions with, or that are brand new clients and that they're entering into the world of Palantir. So that is ultimately what I'm looking to see. Really good press release by Palantir. We haven't got a new partnership in the past month or two, so it's nice to see a new partnership update. And it also reminded me, last thing I'll say is on the Panasonic PR, because the Panasonic PR was basically making their factories smart digital factories, and that's why Panasonic extended partnerships with Palantir to new factories they're creating from Nevada to Kansas. Same thing here. I mean, if Western Track is expanding all throughout Australia for the next 5 years, if they build any new warehouses, any new factories, Palantir is likely going to be the operating system for those places, because they were able to show that they were able to get the job done in the pilot places that they worked in the first place. So those are my thoughts. Thanks so much for listening, watching. Q2 earnings, Palantir. I'll be live streaming it 4 p.m. We'll be here, or 4:30 we'll be starting, and it'll be exciting to see what numbers we get Q2 Monday, August 7th. Thank you everybody for listening, watching. I'll see you in the next one.